I think my cheese sauce turned more into a cheese paste. So welcome back to the January Pantry Challenge cooking series that we've been doing with you guys. Today is January 26th. It's almost to the end of the month, but don't worry, these video series that we do, once January's over, we switch right into basically the exact same thing, but we call it What's for Dinner, where we cook from stuff that we have in our home, in our pantry, and share those meals with you. It's not meant to be a recipe, as in here's how to make this. Although nothing that I make is all too complicated, so if you watch the video, you'll know how to make it. It's really not that hard, but it's meant to inspire you of, hey, I have this idea today. I want to use a can of canned chicken from downstairs in the pantry. What can I make with it? My thought was Mexican, enchilada, burrito, something. So I took a can of canned chicken from the pantry downstairs, tossed it in a pan, added a can of green chilies from the upstairs pantry, some pepper and some sour cream. That made for a really nice filling for these. We had taco shells left over from Christmas still, from when all the kids were home. They were a little bit hard, but I tossed them in the microwave for like 10 seconds. It softens them up, and I was able to roll them and stuff my burritos with them. A little bit of cheese on the inside. The cheese sauce that I made today, I really wanted something a little thinner. Like I said, not a cheese paste, more like a cheese sauce. So I started with equal parts of flour and butter to make a roux. But to that roux, I also added some cowboy candy, which that was the key. The cheese paste is amazing flavor-wise with that cowboy candy in it. Once the roux cooked down, and I made sure that a roux, when you know it's done, it'll start to turn brown just a little bit, and it'll start to smell like nuts. Once you get to that point, you know you're good. Your sauce is probably not going to break. Some of my milk was cold, so I started adding it slow to temper it in there. Got enough milk in there that I wanted. By the time I added some cheese at the end to turn it into a cheese sauce, it was a cheese paste. But like I said, the flavor, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I snuck a bite before we started because I'm really hungry. So what else has been going on? I got my truck back from the shop, went to the lumber yard. I got the beams to fix the floor. So we'll get on that this weekend. And see you guys next time I cook. Probably in like 2 days, because I have today I'll have that for leftovers tomorrow. So probably the next day is when I'll cook again. So see you then. A lot of you guys agreed I should eat more vegetables, so I'm doing my part. The applesauce was in the fridge. I don't know when Rachel opened that. It came from our pantry downstairs. Homemade, canned. Probably the last time we had pork chops is when that jar got opened. The pork chops are from our Tamworth pig that we raised last year. It was processed in October, November time frame. And one of the things that we always do when we get a pig processed or a hog processed is take the pork loin whole, smoke it, slice it, 2 per package. That's how we get it back. Costs a little more to get your pork smoked by your processor, but our processor does an amazing job. I have one left for my lunch for tomorrow and carrots left over for my lunch tomorrow. I have to physically go to work tomorrow, so that will be my lunch. I will take that with me. I think it's been a little while in real life, not in the video, since I've spent time with you guys. If you know, Rachel has been away for probably the last 3 weeks. We have a family member who was in need of some help, some love, so she took off to go help that person. And after about 3 weeks of being apart and only trying to communicate thoughts and feelings with each other over video chat and phone call and text message, it's pretty hard. Not to mention the fact that you're missing this person. So this weekend she flew home. She flew home on Friday. She spent Saturday with me. She spent Sunday with me. Monday I took her back to the airport and she flew back. Our kids came over on Saturday. Our kids came over on Sunday. Grandbabies came over. So it was awesome just spending time together again. We did not film anything together. I started filming our dinner on Sunday, and I was sous videing. I don't know how you say that word. A tri-tip steak that we purchased from the same processor that did our pigs. They have a nice meat counter there. Sous vide it, threw it out on the smoker, sliced it all up. It was amazing, but our kids were coming over, so I only filmed the beginning part and then shut it off after that. So we'll be back. She will be back. I will keep taking you guys along. I've been down in the basement all night working on the beam to reinforce the floor right under this counter. So I'm filming that process to share that with you guys. You will see that soon. And what's for dinner? This is probably the last video in the January Pantry Challenge series. From here, we'll pick up on what's for dinner. Same concept. We're filming what we're eating. It's a little bit different though for me. I'm one of those people who, oddly or weirdly, or maybe it's normal, I don't like being told what to do by anyone for any reason. And January Pantry Challenge is one of those things where if you're going to participate, you must film your meals. You must share them with people. And what's for dinner is kind of the opposite. What's for dinner, I'm doing it because I want to, not because I have to. So I almost enjoy what's for dinner a little bit more, even though there's really not much difference between the two other than when I have to do it and when I want to do it. So that will pick up soon, and we'll see you soon. I'll see you on the next video. Gonna enjoy my dinner.